There we go. I had to get the right overlay up. Here we go, guys. You with me, Zath? Oh no, you're not.
I
Did I
am
have?
with you.
Oh, did I unmute? I did remember to unmute. I couldn't remember. All right, here we go, guys. Rubber game of the match. It's all down to this. One of these teams is moving on. One of these teams is going home as we spawn here into loop. 07 coming to the dance with Montana and Ohio. First time we've seen them bring in Ohio this match. Des Moines, Moskva, quadruple Petro, and a single destroyer Zath, a lone Smolin, poor reformed gamer.
That's right. Meanwhile, over on V0R side of things, we've got double Ohio, Des Moines, double Petro, Stalin, which we haven't seen in a little bit, and once again, double Kleber and Marceau.
Now, Zath, looking across the lineups, like 07 is betting it all on their ability to wipe out these V0R destroyers, and I'm not gonna. So far, their track record on that is kind of mixed.
Yeah, this is not a position 07 wants to be in, but we've seen them in this position before.
We've seen them come down to winner-take-all games before, and they've won some and they've lost some, and it is what it is. But my point is simply that I look at this, just the team lineup, and I'm like, okay, what is it that they're thinking here, right? Because they basically, like, Loop is a map where just sinking a Kleber into a cap and then just daring them to come do something about it is a very common tactic. We saw 007, Double Strike, use that on NA quite a bit. We saw other NA teams do it. It's not that abnormal, and yet this I look at this lineup and I'm like, all right, so how are you guys going to deal with this? Like, you're not idiots. You know how this is going to work. You know what to expect. Early radar from Jones there, looking out for Twinkle. They do catch Twinkle with the radar. Get a little bit of damage into him before he ducks out of it. As he ends up losing the cap, they do push him off the cap. Well, good hits there.
Yep. Meanwhile, I'm following the action over at A cap, and similar happening over there. Radar up, shots fired, different results,
damage.
however.
Yep, completely no damage over here. Absolutely nothing occurs as the Marceau and Kleber double team the A cap, as now Reformed Gamer getting onto the top end of that cap. Deny those points to V0R. Cut over here momentarily and do something real quick.
Well, you got time. Both teams, I think, are setting up for a long run game. Oh, I say that as Reformed Gamer now comes under fire from 3 ships over at A.
They do succeed in pushing Kalashniku off the cap for a few seconds. That'll allow Reform to pick up some cap points, but there Kalashniku cuts the throttle, cuts it hard, and is back on the cap right away.
Yep, and Renegade is preparing for Reform to possibly reverse. You got some clever torps here.
Now this is interesting. They're reversing Diva onto the B cap, and there's not really anything 07 can do about it right now.
No.
Well, they push him off at least.
I was just about to mention, there was an opportunity here for Vor to double team Reformed, but it hasn't happened. Reformed now with the radar up.
Well, you see the Marceau coming around the corner. I was afraid they were going to try this because Reformed is kind of hung out here. He has no support, basically, other than the Moskva. This is not a fight he wants to be in, especially not with only his stern guns. He's trying to get all of his guns in now, but I don't think he can win this fight. Marceau should handily out-DPM him. They've timed this perfectly. Kalashniku, because the other cruisers that could potentially support him are not around.
Oh!
To trade.
To trade, not what you want, but...
That's really not good for 07 because now their only destroyer is completely off the board. So now 07 finds themselves in the unenviable position of having to try and figure this out. They have no destroyer left, and the surviving 2 Klebers are going to just probably run around and wreak havoc with them in terms of board control.
Yes, however, at the same time, that means they don't have to worry as much about destroyers getting into caps, and that could play into 07's game.
It might. I mean, they do have a notable health advantage. They have a lot of Petropavlovsks around. And the surviving Klebers have taken some damage, so this may yet work out okay. But it's a little... if I'm 07, I'm a little uncomfortable at the moment with this whole plan.
Chat just caught up with with my what's in the mug comment.
Yeah, they allow Diva to steal B for free, basically.
Yep.
Jones trying to get onto the cap to at least hold those points back. Hasn't quite found a way to do it. He ran up against a rock. He's trying to work it. Just trying to get up. He'll get there in a minute.
I think he's afraid to push too far and stick his nose out. I think he knows that Temple and Buki over there on the west side are ready with shots.
Possibly. Right now, they're about to go 100 points down. 6 minutes gone. Down a ship. Down 2 caps. They cannot afford to sit here too long. They've got it. They need to make something happen. Maybe it's over on the 2 line. I don't know.
Yep. Technically, they're not down a ship because they did trade, but
that's true.
I know what you're saying.
You're right. I apologize.
They're off on that vision, at least. We've seen this up before, though. 7 just takes the time. What's up?
I'm just looking at this. You know, you've got William, Coconuts, and who's this Petro? This is Maltese. They're just chilling over here on the 2 line. Like, this is another game. It's like, fellas, I think they're gonna shove William into the cap. I think that's the play right now. If you look at where he's moving, they're trying. Maybe they're gonna tag team the Petro because Asphodelis, can he get behind Asphodelis? He kind of can.
Yeah, but you can see Renegade. Renegade is sitting there basically saying, "I dare you to come at me."
Oh no, I understand. A little bit of info radar there. Let's look at what 07 is seeing. So they know now the position for the Kleber and the Petro.
But interesting, look, they don't see anything else. They only see 2 ships on this entire map.
Yep, they have no vision of anything else right now, and they've just gone over 200 points down. Now, I agree with you. They don't want to make you don't want to make a play just for the sake of making a play. And it seems like pushing William into A for the moment is the play they're going to make. As he crosses over the line here, he'll be onto the cap shortly. But now there's the Kleber back into C. They do have eyes on him. That's Twinkle. One of the Petros over there radaring him as he tries to get in. Probably BFK. BFK gets a quick reset. See now William moving up to get shots over here into Renegade. Nope. Lost shots on Renegade.
Nope.
It's going to take one of these torpedoes, probably.
Yeah, he's slowing down.
Well, the other Ohio was driven into the other side of the cap. Of course, there's nothing,
so we're going to have an Ohio slap fight.
Nothing that the cruisers can do about that for certain. This is why I don't like... I just feel like these 2 cruisers are just sitting here. I hate this, Sath. I feel like they need to be doing something with these cruisers other than just trying to farm HP off this battleship. I don't know.
Yeah, looks like Dank just slapped Renegade a little bit.
Well, and Business has got good salvos into Chronicles as well with the Moskva AP.
Uh-huh.
Now we're just going to park Ohio's, and once again, V0R ticking up 2 caps, almost up 300 points here, and we're not quite to the halfway mark of this game.
Oh, Torpedo took Island ate a torpedo that was heading for Dank. It definitely feels like 07 isn't sure where to go next. Like, they need to make a push.
Yeah,
they need to make something happen.
They've traded well at A. They have a distinct health advantage at A, but it doesn't feel like they really know what to do with this position.
And once again, you got that Kleber in a very safe spot saying, "Come at me, bro."
They do finally get Jones into B now.
Backed up by Pulicat.
Indeed, Pulley right behind him as they start sinking fire into Mianese, Ohio. Pushes him back a little bit. They might be able to start ticking this cap up. We'll see. They're also looking
Jones backed up.
They're also they're holding that position because they're looking for angles on Chronicles as Ohio, but
yep. And
dicey.
They're also holding the position because Chronicles Ohio might have a shot on them.
Yeah, dicey. Now William is moving. Moved up from around the island. He's taking a shot now at Divas Des Moines. They're going to need some impactful...
long range.
Yeah, they're going to need some impactful battleship salvos if they're going to come back from this position, Zap. They're almost
we need to see a lot of white bars here.
Yeah. Almost 400 points down. I still feel like the play for them, the play has to come at A. They simply don't have the firepower at C to make anything happen.
Mm-hmm.
Williams coming around the corner.
It's too bad that Coconuts wasn't to Moskva, because I would say this would be a great opportunity to use the Russian torpedo. Dank just taking a big salvo.
Well, they're selling
look at this.
He's fired the Kleber, but he's going to miss it because the Kleber pulled the handbrake. They're trying to force a position change on Chronicles' Ohio as they're shoving 2 Petros directly into the B cap. Be an angle on both here. William getting hammered for his trouble, down to 20,000 HP.
Oh, yeah.
He's
going to take 2 torpedoes here.
That's going to put him out if he takes them both.
No, he took 1. Still going to put him out.
He's flooding. They need to kill Chronicles if they're going to lose William. They don't. The Kleber survives on 1,300 HP. Chronicles on 26,000.
Wow.
Now 07 is definitely down a ship. Not yet acquired B. Coconuts just takes a huge hit.
Took 1 in the nuts. Oh my god.
Did indeed.
Oh,
another massive hit from the stern turrets. They need to kill. They've
got
to kill Chronicles before the guns reload. They do. That's a big kill. You see now Asphodelis moving up, trying to get an angle on Coconuts. Coke trying to angle, doesn't get there.
No. Look at Polacat now versus Miani. He's going for it. He's going for it. He's got a Des Moines firing AP into his side. He doesn't care.
He can probably kill this Ohio if he plays this engagement correctly. But they're 600 points down. They're going to have to make some big plays. Ooh, that's a bad shot for Miani.
Mm-hmm.
Pulley now trying to swing wide, get more of an angle. Needs a better shot on the broadside of this Ohio to push home Citadels. Getting some good hits there.
Not enough. He's firing too far. He's firing right under smokestacks. He should have been firing under the front turrets.
Trying to get an angle again. There it was.
There it is.
Does get the Ohio as his teammates make good progress on B. 07 once again catching up on ships, but still down 550 points here in this decisive Game 3.
Decisive is absolutely correct.
They're still up on health, Zaf, believe it or not.
Of course.
They still have a health advantage. Maltese,
but they need to stop.
I think Maltese is trying to trade. He's trying to ram Asphodelis. They're going to take the trade here because they're pushing Businesses Moskva into A.
If they can see Renegade, they can't. But the Maltese is ready for it. He's hoping to see it. Not going to see it.
No, he's just
Russian torpedo.
He's going to take the ram.
He saw it. He saw it.
No,
he saw it.
He blind fired. He had no vision. He just blind fired.
Oh, wow.
Nope. He just took a shot. They know
He
Renegade is low. If they can push business up and get a radar on Renegade, that could be big. At the moment, 07 has the last surviving battleship on the board as they put a radar up now from Jones looking for Twinkle. 07 finally on 2 caps, but I mean, they've got a lot of ground to make up here, Zath, and not much time to do it in.
No, Polacat almost needs to come around and do the same thing to the Stalin that he just did to the Ohio, but he's pretty low on health. So you can see Double is coming into that position.
I'm afraid they're going to lose. They're going to lose Jones, I think, before that happens.
That's the problem.
Jones is going to, if these torpedoes have the range, Jones is out.
Kleber's torps are 8 kilometer. They might not.
About to find out. Looking like it's going to happen.
Yeah, they got the range.
Barely. Look at that. They ran out just past his hull.
That's a player that knows their ship.
Indeed. Twinkle has just turned this 3-game match into a exhibition of how to play Kleber in competitive.
Mm-hmm.
V0R only ticking up 1 cap now as BFK looking like he might try to get on to C. Maybe? No. Dark Temple will deny that, I'm sure. They've got to get a kill however they can get it. And they cannot lose another ship.
BFK is trying to get on C. Here he comes. He's turning bow into where Temple might be.
Well, and
turrets are ready to go.
Temple won't have a shot. So let's look at things from B07's perspective for a bit. Just keep an eye on things.
All they need All they need to do is get on C-Cap to deny point gain for a while
Boogie going for the ram on double. He's going to get it.
Russian torpedo.
It's a terrible
There it
trade
is.
for 07. They can't afford to lose those points. But they do.
Oh, nice hit from BFK on Dark Temple. I don't think Temple was expecting him to be right there.
Well, the Kleber had eyes on him. They should have known. Not getting much out of those shells, however. And now BFK getting double teamed as the Kleber to his north opens up.
That's okay. BFK is literally just there to hold position and stay on the cap. Even if he's reset, they're not taking up points.
Yeah, but
I know.
4 minutes to play. I don't think they can recover this. They've just got too much ground to make up. I don't see it. How are they going to do it? They can't.
They're gonna.
They
Look
have
at Policat.
I mean, they have to get like 2 kills.
It's gonna come down to, can Policat get a salvo or 2 on Twinkle?
I mean, they need to kill the Kleber, but there's no reason for Renegade to even allow himself to get spotted at this stage. Holy now opening up on Temple, over on the edge of the map. Can't get his shells over the island. He gets snuck
One
one
of them
over.
made it.
But just, man, I mean, Russian shells too quick. Can't no elevation. Fully realizing this, turning to starboard, trying to open the angle so we can get shells over the lower part of that island. If they bag the kill, it helps, but they've got 500 points to make up in 3 minutes. How are they going to do that? I will say they've pushed V0R to the absolute edge of the board. V0R will not own any caps the rest of this game. They'll never be able to get back into these caps. But if they don't bag a kill, it's irrelevant.
7k health on Temple.
And BFK's getting low because he's getting farmed for free by the Kleber. Although he's healing now. Oh, no, he's burning. Yeah, he's burning and healing. Temple's getting low. They need this kill. A little bit of cat and mouse game between Business's Moskva and Divas Des Moines as well. That's been going on for a little while.
Well, you got to keep the Des Moines at bay.
Yep.
That's all Business can hope to do right now, while the 2 of the others double team Temple. 2k hit points. You can see Twinkle now getting in a torpedo range.
2 minutes in the match. Torpedoes coming in on BFK. It's moving now. They do finally
get the
bag
kill.
it. They're going to push BFK off the cap. As Pulley rotates in, the gap is now less than 300 points, but there's only 2 minutes. I don't think they can make up this ground in 2 minutes.
No, they can't.
They need a kill, and the Klebers are just going to sit out there and not be spotted. Look at BFK. Well, look at 07's view for the moment. They're going to own the whole board shortly, but I don't think they can make up the points in time. V0R played it to perfection. Once they had a big enough lead, it was simply a matter of delay, delay, delay. They've done that, and now with 90 seconds in the match, 07 has 250 points to make up. Even though they're owning all the caps, I just don't think it'll happen quick enough.
Nope, 3 minutes to win, and 1 minute 15 seconds left on points. We'll see.
No, the 3 minutes is to 1,000 points. They don't have to get 1,000 points. They have to get 851 points.
Right. Renegade going to the corner of the map.
So I think the question is, they got to make up 200 points in 60 seconds.
I think the decision to turn Business around was a mistake, but
yeah, they needed a kill. They absolutely need a kill, and they're not going to get it. V0R just has to run at this point. Yeah, they simply cannot tick up the caps quickly enough. It's a close game, Zath. Closer than I thought it was going to be when they were down 600 points. I'll give them that. 07 managed to bring this back and make this a very, very good game. But it just took them too long to do it. They were too slow on getting there, and here we are. They're going to lose by about 100 points.
Yeah, it comes back down to that execution, I think, over at A again.
Yep.
Same kind of problem. How do you deal with the ship that's in the spot? And V0R just, I mean, they knew what they were doing. They were in the driver's seat.
Yep.
And that's it. That's game.
Yep, that's game. Go all the way to time, but V0R claims the match 2-1 with their reverse sweep of their own as they're moving on.
Tell you what, That means NA is knocked out of this tournament, isn't
NA's
it?
out. NA has no more players in this event, unfortunately. That was a great match, though, Zaf. What a great match to cast.
Oh, absolutely. It's a great series.
I mean, our boys didn't win, but, you know, it was a great game. It was a great match.
I mean, we know, as always, you can't win everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.